All right, a friend of mine gave me some zucchini actually some time ago, and I put it in the food processor and chopped it up and put it in these 1 cup increments in my freezer cubes here. And what I'm going to do is put them in bags, 1 gallon bags. What I do with these is I can either throw them in soup. Obviously, they won't keep their shape, but they certainly will add a good flavor and some nutritional value. And also, I can use this for zucchini bread. I was reading in my freezer book that since this was frozen at a cup, you should use it like it's a cup. And that there's going to be extra liquid in here, of course, because it was frozen, and just use your judgment how much of that liquid to use when you're putting it into the batter. So FYI, so I've got my labeled bag there, and I'm just going to pop these out. These are coming out pretty easily. Sometimes with this cube thing, I can't get stuff out. Usually if things are a little more liquid like applesauce or pasta sauce. So I'll just put the whole tray in some hot water for a second or two until this stuff melts around the edge, then it pops out. So there we are. I'll have to check how much zucchini I need in my zucchini bread, but I sure have plenty, I think, no matter what it is. So I had a pantry tragedy. I don't know if you can see it. I'll put my hand through it. I was pulling out a box of pie fillings to make some pies, and this fell off one of the top shelves, and because it is a hard plastic, it just broke. So it's gone. It's out of here. I don't suggest having items of hard plastic like that in the pantry. They're just too fragile. So it had my pasta in it because it was a good size for the pasta, but I'm going to transfer my pasta to this, to one of those containers from Walmart. I think actually it's a cereal container. It has these little handle things here, which I hate because they reduce the amount of space inside, but it's what it is right now. I think I have some more rice in another container that I could consolidate with this, or maybe some ramen or something, but right now I just don't have the ability to look for that. Sometimes when we're at the food bank, we get these granola bars, and somehow there's always tons left over. So I got a couple extra boxes. One of my clients really loves them, so I got him a couple extra boxes. We do it after everything's been passed out. And then the rest I'm just going to put here in my sort of back end snack box. I usually make my own snacks, but sometimes it's just nice to have something at the ready. There's one box. Here's another box. It was a good food bank today. We got milk for the clients and a roasting chicken, and what else did we get? A pound of hamburger meat and just a bunch of good stuff. Frozen strawberries, and they had extras, so I could bring extra stuff. I know what each of my clients likes, what they like extras of, so I was able to do that, and it was nice. Well, I just finished doing some chocolate dipping with this butter ring cookies. Doing these for Christmas. By the time you see this, Christmas will be over, but I'm a little behind here. Anyway, they came out good, and having this and the dehydrated marshmallows are such a great time saver and a filler. So the rest of these I'm going to put in here. I still have some chocolate, so I still have some more bags to do. So for now, I did 2 trays of this. I had some vanilla wafers left over, and these cookies, and then next time I need a filler, I'll just take out my chocolate maker and the cookies, and I'll be good. In the winter, I like to drink several slices of dried orange and several slices of dried lemon. It's just wonderful. And although this fits in this plastic container where I keep my teas, this is just a little too big, a little too wide. So I have this old honey container, so I'm going to use that to put the lemons in. I think they're going to fit into the opening. I just sort of had this, had these fruits in the cabinet, and I thought, you know, I want something that is going to hydrate me and be nice and comforting, but without any caffeine. So this has really been it. The interesting thing about lemons, oranges pretty much keep their color and everything, but lemons tend to turn black. There's nothing wrong with it, and they release so much They release so much good lemon flavor. It's just, oh my goodness, while everyone's watching. Anyway, they release a lot of good lemon flavor. All right, careful, careful. Now it's narrow enough, it'll fit just fine. Well, I've got a fair amount of pantry action happening here today. I'm going to start with this rice. Now, I had put the rice in this 40-ounce mayonnaise container, and then my friend Benita from Pennies to Dollars told me that these are not really airtight. So I'm going to put them instead in a glass container with the metal lid, and I'll probably get a little more longevity out of this. I did take the comment seriously. So let's get it in here. Is it going to fit? We'll see. Well, very close. Then there's this I'm going to fill up. I'm actually going to be making rice in the next week or so, so I'll finish this up and what's in a little bit of what's in this one too. I hate it when it doesn't fit. Just FYI. Ironically, I'm going to be using another one of these 40-ounce containers for my oatmeal. I'm going to take it out of the glass container, which sounds, I'm sure, very counterintuitive, but the deal is I do go through oatmeal very quickly. I might as well save the glass jar for something that needs a little longer shelf life, and I'll just put my oatmeal in here because I go through this fast. Actually, I have room for a little bit more. Really, at half a cup at a time every day, this will be gone in no time. Plus, it's a little lighter to carry around. I bring it out of the pantry every day to make oatmeal. So this will work fine, and I'll go through it real fast. So whether or not it's airtight won't be as much of an issue, but it definitely is a very good point. So it's time to repackage some of these walnuts. I just opened a new bag, upside down I think. So I love walnuts. I use them in my salad. Sometimes I put them in my oatmeal, and I put them in oatmeal cookies along with dried fruit at times because it makes it kind of almost like a granola bar. So pour this in here, and this goes in the refrigerator. I keep all my nuts in the refrigerator once I've opened the package, and in the freezer until I open the package. Whoops, otherwise they go rancid really quickly. So again, I have a little bit extra. I think I'm just going to leave it in the bag because I'm going to have a salad in a little while, and I can just throw it in there. Just like that. When I was recently at Dollar Tree, I got these 2 condiment bottles. I use them for oil by the side of the stove. I have olive oil and I have regular vegetable oil by the stove. However, I do not need the whole bottle next to my stove. You know, I don't need something of this size there, and I also don't need my olive oil, which is a huge thing from Costco. And these are good because they're smaller, they're easier to use, and because they have a small top, you're not going to dump a bunch of oil into your pan or wherever you're going accidentally. I use very, very little oil. I mainly use Pam, but every once in a while I need to have a bit more oil, so I don't even fill this up very high. I'll fill it up maybe halfway, and it'll hang out for a very long time like this at the side of the stove. So that's my little tip. Just takes up less room, and I can control the amount that comes out better than with the big bottle. And finally, my cleanser is really low. I've been lazy about refilling it. I buy all my cleansers at Home Depot, Mr. Clean or Lysol, dishwashing liquid, what else? Simple Green. It's just way more economical to buy this size and then to put them in a spray bottle. I use spray bottles from Walmart because they're pretty sturdy. I was getting spray bottles at Dollar Tree, but they just fell apart really quickly. The top would keep getting unscrewed, so I don't use those anymore. These aren't that much more expensive, maybe $1 more, and I get a lot more use out of them. All right, I'm good for a while. Well, it's a cold but busy morning here. I have my tea going, and I'm leaving town pretty soon, so I'm just getting stuff ready. I have this bag of date pieces. Whoops, upside down. I have this bag of date pieces, which is really good. It's kind of a nice little, I guess, step away from eating so much chocolate. I'm still in that, a little bit in that Christmas candy thing. So I'm going to fill this jar with it. I do like grabbing some from time to time. And I'm going to set a little bit aside for right now because I'm going to make some trail mix to take with me. I'm going to be leaving town for a day or two. So here we are. Fits perfectly into the pantry. Not just one, but both of my little tea containers need to be refilled. My regular tea and my Earl Grey tea. This one's completely empty. And my regular tea has some, but if I already have the tea out, I'm just going to go for it. I am drinking, in the morning I drink my mocha cappuccino with chocolate, then that's it for that for the day. Then I usually have 2 cups of this tea, this or Earl Grey, or a combination of black tea and Earl Grey. This is, I believe, English breakfast tea, loose leaf. I get it from Amazon. So I have 2 cups of that. Then I'm pretty well caffeinated for the rest of the day. But I need that jump start in the morning, believe me. All right, that one's done. And let's do the Earl Grey. If I don't have like my tea and my mocha cappuccino in the morning, it's like not good. I'm not a person of high demands, but that's just one of those things I want. My morning caffeine, the way I like it, is a non-negotiable. Gosh, this Earl Grey smells good. I have some other stuff called, let me get it out. I think it's called Lady Grey. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. It's called, it's called Cardamom Rose Earl Grey tea. I'm interested in what it actually tastes like. I know they have another type of Earl Grey called Lady Grey, but I don't know where to find that. Maybe in a specialty tea store. But I will find it. Find it I will. Finally, a friend of mine came over yesterday for dinner, and she brought me 4 of these cute little chocolates in this cute little star bag. I said 4, and there's only 2 here because I ate the other 2. Life is short. So I'm going to put the other 2 in here so I will be less likely to eat them tonight. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So that's my final refill for January. I want to thank you for watching, and I want to wish you a very happy new year. I know we're at the end of January already, but I think you can always wish people a happy new year, right? The new year starts today. It always starts the day you're at. So wishing you all the best wherever you're at.